त्वमादिदेवा पुरुषा पुराणः तुमस्य विश्वस्य परम निधानम वेत्तासि वेद्यं च परम च धाम त्वया ततं विश्वमनन्तरूप वायु यमः अग्निवर्णः शशाङ्कः प्रजापतिस्त्वं प्रपितामहस्य नमो नमस्तेस्तु सहस्रकृत्वा पुनश्च भूयोऽपि नमो नमस्ते। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानंदम श्रीकृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरुं। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः, गोविंदाय नमो नमः। Today I will describe the chapter number 16 of Bhagwadgita by name Devasursampadvibhagyoga. Sri Bhagavan said that there are two types of men in the world. One has received divine nature and the other has devilish nature. Both these types of men have different qualities. Here, June, I would like to tell you in detail the symptoms of both types of men. After hearing which you will be able to recognize both types of men. Fear finished men who have received divine wealth because they know the cause of fear. Their senses of mind is clean and they try very hard to interview God. Attempts to detach from the subject of the world and conduct their duties for human welfare. This is especially of men attaining divine nature. Such a man do self-study of many scriptures in order to know the difference of duty and unduty action and disaction, and perform routine rituals of mental, speech, and physical austerity, so that sense of simplicity and automatically generated in them. The feeling of violence in men who have received divine wealth is completely destroyed, and they are said to be a matter of interest and truth to all. They behave as they feel, and their feelings and behavior are same. There is a lack of anger in such men, and they believe in worldly things as everyone. Therefore, peace appears automatically in their conscience. Such men do not search faults in anyone, and they have special compassion for all living beings, even if they are coincidental and worldly subjects. They are not more in it. Such men are ashamed of adverse behavior of scriptures. For this reason, do not edit unnecessary force. By performing many kinds of austerities, truth, non-violence, renunciation, peace, etc., they automatically become saint, and they are symbol of forgiveness. They have patience during worldly adversities, and they try to remain pure externally and internally. There is no sense of enmity of this in his mind and towards other humans of the world. Despite having many qualities, they do not consider themselves superior and do not want to be respected by society. Therefore, if the above types of symptoms appear in those people, then they should be considered as human beings with divine nature. O Arjun, after this, I will also give you description of symptoms of the men with demonic nature so that you can easily identify such men. The men who have received demonic nature have a special sense of disclosure of their power, strength, wealth, position, force, etc., and they do not possess them. They are dominated by arrogance and proud, due to which self-expression of anger arises in them. It is in their nature to speak sarcasm to other men and speak ignorantly. O Arjun, divine nature is the cause of man's salvation, and demonic nature gives bondage, because of which man roams in various types of hellish races. In fact, there are only two types of creation in this world. One is the nature of divine nature, and other is nature of devilish nature. The number of men and disposition acquired by demonic nature is more than more in this world. Therefore, I would like describe in detail the defects of such men. Men with devilish nature do not know what to do and what not to do. They do not have particularly good behavior, true conduct and purification outside and inside. For this reason, their remain mostly impure. Human beings with devilish nature take the concept that this entire world is baseless. There is not even fraction of the truth in it, and it has no owner. This has arisen only by combination of man and woman, and its purpose is fulfillment. There is no purpose of other than this. Contrary to the above kind of knowledge, the idea of these people gets inferior, and their intelligence also gets corrupted. Such human beings continue to harm other humans in the world and tend to destroy the world by doing violence. This demonic behavior is special among men of devilish nature. They aspire for respect and honor, failing which they display anger towards other people. The ego of other power resides in them, and do such wishes which are impossible to fulfill at any time. The principles of the life of such a man are also very illusory, and they take the shelter of skeptical principles and do many kinds of deeds that cause chaos in society, and they are constantly trying for such sins. Men of demonic nature have innumerable kinds of worries, and they live in the shelter of long-lived worries and do not get out of the trap of worries till death. Achieving the subject of enjoyment in his only goal and feels happiness in subject enjoyments only. The world is hopeful and loves. Man is indeed bound for hopes and lives only the hopes, unnecessary hopes or for the death of man, and reason for bonding. Therefore, men of devilish nature are bound in the hope of eternal kind and leave the shelter of worldly desires and anger. It is especially tries to collect many types of worldly pleasures unjustly. It strengthens the desire of consume other of snatching the rights of others. There is a feeling among men of devilish nature that I have acquired many things in the world today, and I will indefinitely get those things tomorrow. Currently, I have so much money, and in future there will be so much more. I have destroyed that enemy. I will destroy all enemies as well. I am like God, and I am going to enjoy the entire pleasure of the world, all the achievements in this world I have received. All of them myself I am very strong, and no other happy person than me in this world. I have unlimited money. My family is very big. Comparison with me is not possible. That is, there is no one like men. I will only sacrifice. I will donate to everyone. And by doing this, I will enjoy worldly pleasures. In such ignorant man theories, their life goes on and their mind to confused, and the attachment network becomes very elaborate in them, and this power remains in the subject matter. Therefore, those who are devilish in nature fall into the most unholy men themselves. Men of demonic nature have a special demerit. They automatically consider themselves to the excellent in the world and dogmatic towards their principle. They are always full of their wealth and respect, and perform rituals of such yajnas in such hypocrisy and tamasic work are special, and they do not follow scriptures. Men of demonic nature, ego, strength, arrogance, desire, anger, etc., have special demerits for the reasons. They condemn other men of society. Apart from this, they also envy the divine origin who nurtures and destroys world. That's why I give such sinful people a lot of sorrow in this world and put them in many kinds of devilish vagaries. Men of demonic nature do not receive me at all. Instead, they travel in many trinity and go to terrible hells. Here, a person who should remove these three qualities of desire, anger and greed, because they have been called the gate of filth and reason of destroy themselves. Therefore, a man freed from these three indefinitely discovers the path of welfare and attains the ultimate speed. O Arjun, in fact, the conduct of deeds and action and scriptures should consider themselves as evidence and try to conduct deeds according to the scriptures. And any person who breaks the limits of the scriptures and transcends it and behave in an unscriptural manner his behavior is arbitrary. Therefore, such a person neither attains perfection, nor attains happiness, nor attains salvation. Today I have described the chapter 16 of Bhagwadgita by name of Devasursampadvibhagyoga, and tomorrow in morning session I will describe in chapter number 17 Shraddha-Bhagyoga. Om Shahnavatu Shanav Bhunaktu Shaviryam Karvavahi Ishnavadhitmastu Ma Vidvishavahi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.